Hi, this is Lauren Dar. We are at Blog Pause, and I'm here with Sylvie Bordeaux and Muffin. And
Chloe. Muffin and Chloe Bordeaux. And Muffin's my blind dog, and he's wearing Muffin's halo for blind dogs.
so, obviously, Muffin is the inspiration for this, but tell me a little bit about your process and thought process in developing this because it is innovative. I've had a blind pet, pug, at one point in time, and certainly there wasn't anything like this available.
Well, about 2 years ago, Muffin had the cataracts and he went blind. And so he was bumping into walls and objects, and then he fell down the stairs. And I was very concerned, and people were telling me, you might have to think about putting him down. I said, oh, there's absolutely no way. And I was desperate for a solution, and I searched, and there wasn't anything out there. So I was determined to make something happen, and I did. So this, and I created so many different variations in this until we landed into this final product right here, the angel wings, which comes in white, red, and blue. And I had a situation which was life altering. Muffin had a mass in his stomach. And unfortunately, the vet that was treating him lacerated him by mistake. So he was laying on a table dying, and my first prototype was arriving the next day. And they told me, you need to prepare yourself for the worst, because if we cut his main artery, he won't survive. And I was devastated. So I went home and I gathered all his belongings. And I kneeled on his bed, beside my bed. I wailed, I cried all night. I said, God, please save my little guy. And I promise you his life will not be in vain. Give us a second chance. And I'll make sure to be an advocate for blind dogs. And I knew my first prototype was coming the next day. Oh, wow. And I was determined to make it happen no matter what for these little guys around the world. So my dream is to get these halos to as many dogs as possible in shelters that need to be rescued, adopted, and make blind dogs trendy. And take away the stigma of blindness, that all they need is their little halo. They don't have to be designated to a little area where you don't move the furniture. They can come out to the hotel, they can go to grandma's, they can go to the bank with you, wherever, and they get attention.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my pug, Sarge, who went blind, he taught me many life lessons because he went blind later in life, and it was just amazing to me how much I learned from him about how you can train an old dog new tricks, and he just accepted it so differently than humans probably do, and so that they truly are an inspiration.
I'm honored to be Muffin's mother. I'm telling you, it's life altering. And so that night when I cried, I just said, God, please. And I kept my promise. And that's 2 years ago. I didn't know how to manufacture. I didn't know anything. I was just a pet mom determined to help my little blind dog, and in turn, to help as many blind dogs as possible, because I know about pet moms like you. I can see the tears in your eyes. You're remembering your little guy, and you're probably thinking, how I wish I could have had this for him. And now I want to make sure moving forwards that there is this available for the blind dogs out there, and they have a second chance, and they have a good quality of life as a blind dog, and they can keep on keeping on. So that's my dream, and thank you for letting me share with you.
Well, one quick question, because you said you're getting prototypes and things like that. Did you actually sit down and design these or
Oh
work with
gosh,
somebody?
yes.
Or tell me a little bit about that since we are pet fashion professionals.
I did, and I hired sewers and I hired artists to put my vision on paper, to put it to life on material, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm an artist in my head. I just don't draw and sew. But I hire those who I can convey my message to, and they make it happen. So I have 2 patents now. I ship all over the world. So we've created, we're on a mission to create a movement for blind dogs.
Awesome. Now, if people want one of these, tell them where they can find it.
We're at muffinshalo.com.
Awesome.
And
Thank
we're
you
on
so much.
Facebook too if you'd like to follow us. We have a huge follower on Facebook at Muffin's Halo for Blind Dogs, which is for a lot of blind dog owners, so they can feel supported as they transition as well.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for your time and your story.
Thank you so much for letting me share.